Good evening everyone, myself Lakshmi. I am currently studying in JC's College Ooty Road, Mysore, and today I am here to give the representation on the topic column chromatography. Column chromatography. In this topic we will mainly see the principle and what are the components we will use and how the procedure will take place, advantages and application and limitations of the column chromatography. Now let's look into the topic column chromatography. Column chromatography is a technique used to separate the components in a mixture based on their adsorption of the components towards the stationary phase and the mobile phase. Now let's see the principle of the column chromatography. Based on their affinity of the components towards the stationary phase and the mobile phase, the components are separated. To carry out the column chromatography experiment, we will mainly use the column which is made up of glass or silica, and stationary phase we will use silica gel or alumina, and mobile phase is solvent or a mixture of solvents, and samples which is used to be separated are used. Column chromatography is mainly carried out by two methods. One is wet method and another one is dry method. In wet method, slurry, which is mixture of both stationary phase and the mobile phase, and care must be taken to avoid the bubbles while packing with the stationary phase. Now let's see the working procedure of the column chromatography. The sample is added along with the mobile phase at the top of the column, and mobile phase is continuously added to the column during the separation process. Separation occurs due to the differences in the interaction with the mobile phase and the stationary phase. The molecule which is more interactive towards the mobile phase will elute first, and the solution sample which is more interactive towards the stationary phase will elute at the last, and the samples are collected in a separately. The mobile phase leaving the column is called as elevate, and sample leaving the column is called as elevate. Depending upon the different types of the stationary phase, other forms of the column chromatography takes place. If the stationary phase it is adsorbed material like silica, then ion exchange chromatography takes place. If the stationary phase is ion exchange resin, then it is ion exchange chromatography takes place. If a stationary phase binds with a ligand that binds the specific molecule like a protein and enzyme, then it is called as affinity chromatography. If stationary phase is beads or porous, then it is called as gel permeation chromatography. Now let's see the applications of the column chromatography. Column chromatography is mainly used in the separation of the compounds and isolation of natural products and pharmaceutical analysis, and to control the quality of the compound. Now let's see what are the advantages of the column chromatography. Column chromatography is very simple and cost effective, and it can handle large amount of molecules to be separated, and it is good for both the qualitative and quantitative analysis. Now let's see the limitations of the column chromatography. Is time consuming, and resolution depends upon the packing and technique, and requires the skill for the reproducibility. Now conclusion for the column chromatography. Column is a fundamental and versatile separation technique, and it is widely used in industries and research center for the compound purification. I will end up my representation on the topic column chromatography. Thank you.